Good evening and good day, whatever time it is for you. I'm psyched that you're here. I'm looking forward to spending some time with you. So, my name is Tara. I'm a peer support specialist. I specialize in supporting people in recovery from mental health conditions and substance use misuse as well. So, if you are in recovery for any of those things, I commend you. I hope you keep up the good work, the hard work, and you're in the right place. And if you do not fall into either of those categories, if none of those camps apply to you, welcome. You're still in the right place. So, did you see that eclipse today? I was blessed to be able to watch the entire thing from start to finish. And I got to say, it was gorgeous. If you're in the chat, hello, welcome in. I would love to know who you are. If you saw the eclipse today, and I do have some exciting things. The first one is that we're all still here. I'm psyched that we're all still here. There was quite a few people thinking, doom and gloom. There was something huge going to happen during the eclipse, and I'm happy to report that from the timeline that I'm sitting on, nothing happened. I was able to go grocery shopping afterwards, and it's been a nice day. So I'm curious about you. Who's in the chat? Say hello. Let's get this conversation going. I have some things to celebrate that I'm super excited about. I'm curious what you have to celebrate today. What's going really well for you? What are you excited about? As you can see, I have some new things behind me, and it's coming together. It's a work in progress. Brian Lane in the house, Rev Rasheen in the house. Hey, Rev Rasheen, nice to see you both. If you're just coming in, welcome in. Drop a comment if you feel so inclined. Let me know who you are. Let me know if you saw the eclipse. Did you see it? And let me know what you're celebrating. If you need some support and you're not in a celebratory mood, I totally get it. I've been there. And when people were celebrating, when I was in that spot, I did not want to hear people celebrating. So if that's you today, welcome in. You're in good company. Brian Lane says, hi, Tara. I was doing my workout when the eclipse was happening. Well, pumping the iron, huh, Brian? What'd you work out today? What did your workout look like? Rev Rashim. Good evening, Tara. You are looking so beautiful as always. You have a great smile. Thank you so much, Rev Rashim. That is a very kind thing to say. Hey, I see someone hit the like button. Thank you so much. If you're in here and you want to help me out, hit that like button, smash it hard. It does help me out. It helps roll my content out to people who haven't seen it before, so that way we can get more people in the chat, get this party started. Steve Gonzalez. Hey, Steve, nice to see you. Welcome in. Tara, hi, blessed Monday. Today I got 90 days sober. That's my celebration. Steve, 90 days is a huge accomplishment. It's so huge that I am going to send you a trophy. If you'll just bear with me, I've got to find the trophy. I should get a hard trophy. I've seen some people with trophies. 90 days. I've seen someone, Carol, uses a tiara. She puts a tiara on for people. Steve, I am so proud of you. I want to know how you did it. How did you get your 90 days? That is definitely worth celebrating. If you're in the chat, everybody wish Steve a happy 90 days sober. And Steve, what are you in recovery from? I think it's alcohol. I think I remember you talking about alcohol, but I could be wrong. Cougar Town in the house. Hey, Cougar Town, nice to see you. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. I agree with you. The birds have been singing their songs today, and it's been quite lovely. I agree with you. Rev Rashim, Tara, I will be sending you $5 on your Cash App account this week. You can get a cup of hot chocolate. I would love that, Rev Rashim. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. You remind me, I am doing private one-on-one sessions. Now I am open for business and I have an intro offer going on, not just for the first session, but in perpetuity until supplies run out, until I get so busy that I'm going to pull my hair out. I'm running specials. This is for peer support. I'm offering 30-minute sessions for $15. That's the first 15 minutes for free. And then the total 30-minute session will only cost you $15. So that's, I'm a little nervous about that, but I'm excited also. So if you're interested in working with me while supplies last, or you can be like Rev Rashim and donate, but I am so happy to support y'all in whatever you need. As a peer support specialist, self advocacy is the word. So I am not like a therapist. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to guide you. What my mission is to help you find that spark inside to support you through your process and being able to answer your own questions and figure out your own solutions. And it's so much fun. I love doing it. So if you are struggling, if you know someone who's struggling and they could use some support from someone who really loves their work, then I'm your girl. And thanks, Rev Rashim. That's really, really thoughtful of you. Cougar Town, you got a bookshelf now. I did get a bookshelf now, and I put some of my artwork on it. You can't see all the way at the top. Actually, you can't see it all up there. But I have some artwork all the way up. I don't actually have anything on the bottom shelf yet. I'm still populating the bookshelf. I just got it and started putting things on it, and I want it to look relaxing, inviting, aesthetic. So I might be overthinking it, but it's a work in progress. Thanks, Cougar Town, for noticing. I appreciate you so much. And it's nice to see you in the chat the past couple of weeks. I'm glad you found us. Steve Gonzalez. Wow, thank you very much, Tara. Steve, you earned it. You earned it. And I am looking forward. Maybe you said it already. Let's see. I'm curious, Steve, how you. Oh, awesome. People are wishing Steve congratulations. You deserve it. Steve, how did you make it to 90 days? What have been some of your most valuable coping mechanisms and strategies to get you through this 90 days? 90 days is hard, man. Brian Lane, did burpees outside, did a pyramid of 55 pump burpees to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, and it took me about an hour. A pyramid of 55 pump burpees, that is intense. Brian, how long you been doing burpees? You're inspiring me. It's been a long time since I've done burpees, and I am needing to build up strength. It's on my to-do list, get back to strength training. Thanks for the inspiration, Brian. Yes, congratulations. Steve says, Rev Rashim, on your recovery. Brian Lane, congratulations, Steve. Artem in the house. Hey, Artem. Congrats, Steve. Steve says, thank you, Rev. Body Illusion in the house. Steve Gonzalez, you're doing amazing. You're a star. Body Illusion. I don't know that I've seen you here before, but it is so nice to have your company. We're talking about the eclipse. Did you see it? We're also talking about celebrating things. That's what I originally had the theme of this live stream being. I have some major things to celebrate. One of them being that I got furniture. So if you're new around here, you will know that I have had just a white wall behind me for ages. I finally moved into a new place and I'm slowly filling it up with furniture. And so if you look back at my past several live streams, I had nothing in here. It was just me and I was sleeping on my friend's guest mattress on the floor. But I got a bed, thank God, and I'm slowly getting things together. I would love to put a piece of artwork up here. That would be cool. I was thinking about having a photograph that I took. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen my work, but for free, you can follow me over on Instagram and see some of the art that I created back when I was living in my car. I thought about maybe having one of those blown up and put on my walls. I guess if I just had one blown up, it wouldn't be on my walls. Maybe I'll have a few blown up and put them on my walls. Artem, Tara, congrats on the 3 years. I forgot to tell you on Thursday. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the reminder. I kind of forgot. It's like once it happened. So, everyone, I made it to 3 years, and this is not to overshadow Steve's 90 days by any means, but I'm proud to report that I did make it. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it the day before. I didn't want to take any fronts or accept the congratulations too soon, but I did make it. And so it's been 3 years, clean and sober. I can't believe it. I do believe it because it was really hard to get here, but I can't believe it. I really can't. So thank you, Artem. Thank you very much. Steve, oh, I'm losing my spot. Muchas gracias, everyone. Yes, Tara, it's from alcohol mainly. Right on, Steve. Yeah, alcohol is a part of my recovery as well. Steve says, Brian, burpees are a great exercise. I do those too. Rev Rashim, tips for improving on self-esteem issues. Okay, Rev. I don't want to get too far behind in the comments. I do want to answer your question. I'm going to make a note here, Rev. Make sure that there's nothing. Tips for improving self-esteem. What? I'm not going to skip it and come back to it. I'm actually going to answer this question right now because I don't want to forget. So, number one, take care of your body. Or for me, I'm not telling you what to do because what works for you may not be what works for me. And as a peer support specialist, like I was saying, it's important for me to encourage you to do what works for you. So I will tell you that what has worked for me has been taking care of my body. Exercise helps me feel fine, more than fine. Like it helps me feel really good. Eating well, that's part of taking care of my body. Making sure that I'm getting 3 square a day. If not 3 square, then, and by that I mean like 3 full meals. I'm sure y'all know what I mean. I don't necessarily get like 3 full meals a day, but I'm eating at least 3 or 4 times a day. I do like a protein shake in the morning so I can make sure to get all the protein that I need. I found this great quality grass-fed organic protein whey protein powder. I like it a lot. It's been agreeing with me. So, okay, take care of my body. Prioritize connection with people. I think connection with people is a huge part of what makes me feel good. If I am in total isolation and not connecting with people, my self-esteem tends to go down. So, taking care of my body, connecting with people. I'm trying to think of a third one. Following your heart, following my heart, not you. I keep saying you. I mean me. Following my own guidance. That's the third one. Not what other people are telling me to do, but what I want to do. That would be the third one, Rev. I hope that helps. I need to buy a bookshelf too. I got too many stuff. Cougar Town, you'll get your bookshelf. Cougar Town loves being here. It's a great time. Well, thank you, Cougar Town. That's a fantastic compliment. If you're just coming in, welcome in. It's so nice to see you. Hit the like button. Do me a favor. It's free and it helps other people find us so we can keep this conversation going strong. Miss Heather. Hello, Heather. Hey, Heather. So Heather says, congratulations, Steve, and hello, everyone. Brian says, that's great, Steve. I do them just about every day, the burpees. They kind of are a part of my recovery. Working out, jogging, breath work, meditation, and woods and God have all got me through the past 2.5 years. Right on. Thanks for sharing that. I would add meditation to my list. I always forget to talk about meditation when people ask me questions like that. Meditation helps me with self-esteem quite a bit. I think because it allows me to tap into my inner guidance, which is a huge part of self-esteem for me. Body illusion. My love, I came from Tommy's channel. Loved your questions for him and Reese. Body illusion. Thank you so much for stopping in. I was wondering how you found us. As you can see, this is a tiny, 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 tiny little channel. I'm just getting going, trying to find my YouTube feed. And Tommy and Reese's channel are huge inspirations to me, and I love interacting with them. I have a couple of questions on deck for the next time, although I think I'm probably just going to ask one question because I get cut off every time. So, so yeah, I'll be looking forward to I'll look out for you, Body Illusion, and if and when I see you, I'll make sure to say what's up. Steve Gonzalez, Tara, it was mainly fitness. Okay. Instead of staying in my room and drinking myself to sleep every night, I started exercising instead, and I stopped overthinking also. Well, Steve, you are a great inspiration to me, and I'm sure others in the chat. I have slipped the past few months, to be honest, on my exercise routine. I was doing really well with strength training, and I was back at the rock climbing. And a few months ago, some stuff happened, and I just let it fall by the wayside, embarrassingly so. But I'm just being frank with you that you're helping me right now tremendously by reminding me that it's something I need to engage in. And Rev, your question helped remind me of that too. Brian says, will I be doing burpees mostly since last year when I got more serious with them? I did them before in the past, but not as much because I didn't like them. Who likes burpees? Not as much because I didn't like them. Then I learned to love it when I didn't like doing it. That's great, Steve. I'm glad to hear this. Steve says, thank you, Body Illusion and Miss Heather. You guys rock. Congrats again, Tara, on 3 years. That's amazing and a miracle. Yeah, Steve, 3 years feels kind of similar in terms of the milestone to 90 days. I was pretty excited about it. But I think I was more excited about the 90 days because I couldn't believe it. I'd never made it 90 days before. I've never made it 3 years before either, obviously, if I'd never made it 90 days. I lost my spot, y'all. Bear with me while I find it. Brian sometimes does burpees at night when you couldn't sleep. All right, I might have to do some burpees tonight. Artem, I saw the eclipse. It was phenomenal. Really glad I made the trip. Unforgettable 3 minutes of totality. Cool. Weather was excellent too. I got sunburned. Yeah, I think I got a little bit crispy today. Did you wear sunscreen, Artem? I did put some sunscreen on, but I think I waited a little too long. We didn't see it in totality where I'm at here. It was a partial, but I could see it from my front patio. It was nice. Fitness is the ultimate superpower. Your picture alone inspires me to keep going, says Steve. Yeah, I'm getting all kinds of inspiration. I think I'm going to do some burpees tonight and hit the gym tomorrow. Brian Lane thinks I'm always trying to inspire people. Well, you guys are all doing a good job inspiring me tonight. Thank you. Brian, I'm glad you mentioned God. That's a big part of it too. Yeah, for sure. Prayer and meditation, 100% agreed. Brian Lane, I've actually been fasting more and eating one big meal in the day for some reason. It's giving me more energy for some reason lately. I did a little video on meditation yesterday, says Brian. Brian, I'll have to check that out. I'm going to write that down because I've had some requests to do guided meditations. And I don't know if y'all know, a few weeks ago, I got a tooth infection. I cracked a tooth several years ago and I've just been walking around with it. It didn't hurt and I didn't have insurance when I was living in my car, and all these years later it finally got infected. So they gave me an option to have a root canal or extraction. I extracted it. Well, after my live last Monday, the next day my tooth started, or maybe 2 days later, it was like Wednesday, my tooth started hurting again, like the one in front of the one that was extracted, and my face swelled up again. So I'm on another course of antibiotics. I feel better. The swelling is pretty much gone and I'm okay, but it's been kind of a wild journey. So I'm feeling good enough though where I can do some burpees. Why did I even bring that up? I was talking about meditation, I think, and it led me to tell you about how I'm in like recovery from my tooth thing again. Meditation builds a muscle. The more you practice, you also tap into creative energy and channeling your higher self with creative thoughts. 100%, Brian. I agree with this. And Rev, if you're still in the house, I think that Brian describes this beautifully. And I know you're familiar with prayer, Rev. I think meditation is like it's in the same wheelhouse as far as my perspective goes, but it's like it works a different part of the brain, and it helps with that self guidance that feeds into the self esteem for me. Brian, just only do a little bit at first, doing burpees and go slow. I'd say I'm going to have to be kind to myself because I am in recovery right now from a infection. Steve, gonna go get a celebratory jog in right now. Enjoy Tara and chat. I'll be back. Steve, I hope you have so much fun. Enjoy, get that sweat on, and hopefully we'll see you later. Brian, enjoy your jog and evening. Steve, yep, I echo that. Heather, have a great jog. Way to go. Cougar Town. Life can be difficult at times, whether it's dental or other things. It can be tough to go through that, definitely. Yeah, Cougar Town, it has not been a pleasant experience whatsoever. I really hope that it's over. I'm like kind of giving it to my higher power at this point because it's scary to think about. Well, it was supposed to be gone, then it came back. There must have been some contamination left behind. It really makes me wonder if that's going to happen again. I've been doing saltwater rinses and rinsing with hydrogen peroxide, and a couple people have suggested oil pulling with coconut oil, so I might incorporate that into my routine as well. So, okay, I want to hear what y'all are excited about. Did anybody else see the eclipse? By the way, a couple people have mentioned what they were doing or if they saw the eclipse. I'm curious what your experience was with the eclipse, and I'll tell you, I was chilling during the eclipse. I've never actually watched, like, I've never made an intention to watch it, but I got the glasses for free at the library, actually, and like set my alarm, woke up earlier to make sure that I could like shower and do everything I wanted so that I didn't need to be doing anything except for watching the eclipse during that 2-hour time period. And it was well worth it. Even though it was just a partial eclipse, um, it was definitely worth the effort put through. I've even been in areas where there's been a total solar eclipse and I didn't watch it. It was when I was in my addiction. And I look back at some of the things I did and the opportunities that I missed out on because I was getting high, like, but I can't go back. I can't change it. All I can do is focus on right now and be thankful. I'm like even feeling a little emotional about it, just that I was able to show up for myself and follow through with something I wanted to do. Brian, yeah, I have teeth that aren't so good. Either some people think it's from meth, but honestly, I've had bad teeth in my family, I'd say, but I did used to chew ecstasy pills in my late teens almost every day. Why do we do these things to ourselves? I mean, it's horrifying actually. I wonder if I'm going to lose, you know, like what happens if the infection does come back and they have to pull more teeth, or I don't know. I guess they could probably like drill into my gum or some, or like I don't know how it works. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I just want to focus on what's going well. And like we were talking about earlier, I have so much to be happy about right now. Like so many good things are going on. I'm starting a business. Um, I mentioned it in the beginning, I'll mention it again. I'm doing one-on-one sessions now, and I'm running a special until I can't I can't run it anymore because I'm going to be so full and busy. But 30-minute sessions for $15 is my starting rate while I'm getting this thing up and running. I can't believe it, but I'm doing it. So if you're interested in working with me, I didn't even give y'all the the link or my email address. If you want to work with me, I want you to send me an email here. I put it in the wrong place. Send me an email here. I've been receiving emails at this address, so I know that it works. And I would be honored to work with you or someone you know. I think really the person that would benefit the most from working with me is someone who is a high functioning person in recovery who just needs a little extra boost, who needs someone not to tell them what to do, but to help them process um, their own desires, their own thoughts, essentially. I'm not saying processing in a therapizing or counseling kind of way. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist, but I am loving working with people as a peer support specialist because it puts the power in your hands. And really, the word is self advocacy. So send me an email at this address. I would love to work with you or someone you know. Body illusion, don't think negative. Enough negative comes in without looking for it. Exactly, body illusion. Exactly. I feel with time and practice, I'm getting better at recognizing that, oh, I'm going down this this tooth spiral right now. I have an appointment tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, to have them check on my teeth. So I'm being proactive about it. But let's face it, who likes to go to the dentist? But I'm thankful that I have the ability and the motivation to take care of myself these days. And I think that's a better thing to focus on. Thanks for the reminder. Brian, yeah, I used to be afraid to open my mouth talking on here or to people, but now I don't really care much anymore. It looks like it hurts, but they don't really anymore. Oh, I'm so glad you're not in pain, Brian. I think your perspective is a strength here. You say you used to be afraid to open your mouth. That indicates that, plus, you said afterwards, these days it doesn't bother you, and that's a strength. That's a strength. Smiles are always beautiful. Heather, I saw the partial as well. I took a day off school for my health and then felt guilty all day. I fear missing out and fear burnout and feel burnout at the same time. Heather, let's talk about this. If you want to talk about it a little bit, I think this deserves some follow-up. And it all deserves follow-up. I just want to get to everything. um, First of all, the fact that you recognized that you needed time off, like a day for your mental health, well done. I think that's fantastic. I hear you saying that you've got some FOMO going on, and that's understandable. Um, when I miss important, I also don't like to miss anything because I want to. I like following through with my commitments. I like showing up when I am slated to show up. So I can relate to feeling FOMO from not showing up. What was it about today that brought up the feelings of guilt? Because this was a mental health day. So, what was it about today um, that brought up those feelings that you mentioned, the guilty feelings? I'm curious. Artem, Tara, I'm feeling pretty exhausted today and still kind of in awe. I'm feeling like I just want to reflect on life right now in silence. I'll try to show up for the Discord Thursday. Artem, I appreciate you sharing that. And I totally tip my hat to you for taking care of yourself. It was a sight to see, and you saw it in totality. So I don't know if you're still watching this or if you took off, but I just want you to know that I appreciate you stopping in, and hopefully I'll see you on Thursday. It would be great to see you on Thursday. Actually, that's a great reminder. Thursday, we do, I've been calling it the face-to-face meeting. Getting you the link right now. I'm going to drop it in the chat. It's free. It's on Discord. If y'all have Discord, it needs no introduction. If y'all have not got on Discord yet, I highly recommend it. It took me a while to get on it, but it is super fun. It's kind of like Zoom meets, I don't know, it's hard to even describe. It has features that are kind of like Zoom in that you can do face-to-face meetings, and that's what we do on Thursday. I get to see your beautiful smiling faces, or sometimes not smiling. I'm not always smiling. It just happens to be, yeah, the brand that I started building when I was in my car, and I stuck with that for YouTube. So, um that's the goal. I'd like to always be smiling for sure, and I do my best to focus on that, like Body Illusion was saying. Yeah, see you Thursday our time. Have a good night. So on Thursdays, like Artem was saying, Artem has been a awesome participant in the Thursday Discord meetings, and I get to see your happy shining face. You get to see mine. I get to hear your voices. I do love streaming. I also love being able to put faces to names and voices to names. There's no requirement to go on camera. If you just want to show up and be on voice only, then that is a-okay with me. I've had people show up and just listen. They'll like, be on voice for a little while and say, hey, I just am in the mood to listen, and that's totally okay too. So, but normally we all go on camera for the first hour, and then to save battery or to save bandwidth, we'll usually switch over to voice in the end, or like I'll cook. The meeting's 1 hour long, but after that 1 hour, I've got to eat something. So, like, I'll turn my camera off and we just have like casual conversation after that. It's really nice. The connection is really nice. And it's different than this format where I'm a talking head and you're in the chat. Another thing I wanted to talk about is, and it seems like it's a theme tonight. It seems pretty quiet this evening, so this might be a short stream tonight. One more thing I wanted to talk about, Heather, thanks Tara. I think I go into black and white thinking. Like everything will be okay, or maybe I might get behind in class and ruin my grade. Okay, Heather. Okay. Um, I hear that. And I think it's, I don't want to say it's normal to have black and white thinking, because I'm not a therapist or a counselor, but I have black and white thinking sometimes. Like I was doing it with my tooth earlier, thinking like, God, I hope they don't have to rip all my teeth out. So I feel you with the black and white thinking. It can be a difficult thing to manage. Things always end up working out for me. And I believe that the same can be true for everybody. Like um, Body Illusion, I think I said that right. Yeah, Body Illusion. Like Body Illusion was saying, I think the spiral of thinking about what could go wrong, when I start going down that spiral, it never ends in a good place. So the more I practice identifying that I'm going down a negative spiral, I can practice focusing on something that's going well, like having a dental appointment tomorrow and having a professional look at my mouth and ask my question, what if this thing comes back? Because that's actually my biggest fear right now. I'll be honest with y'all. My biggest fear in life is that this infection comes back again. And so, in order to get over that, I'm going to lean on the support of medical health professionals so that I can get over my fear. And I'm going to take care of my body in the meanwhile. I'm going to do all of the things that I can do to ensure that I'm in the best health that I can be. So I hear what you're saying, and it's a valid fear of falling behind in class. Heather, I just want to share that most oftentimes our biggest fears, or my biggest fears, are often areas that I could improve quite a bit in terms of like mental, physical, spiritual growth. So I hope that helps, Heather. And if there's more that you want to share, um, more that you want to add, if that helped, if it didn't help, I want to know about it. And I'm so happy that you decided to share what you're going through. Cougar Town, we love listening. That's why we're so quiet. Well, Cougar Town, I prepare some content. It's just, when the chat slows down, it's hard to, well, not that it's hard. I could keep talking. I could keep talking. But my indicator that people are, well, plus it's an eclipse day, so I think the energy is a little bit off what it normally is, and I was sensing that before I came on tonight, and I was like, I wonder if there's going to be anybody on. I do have some more things to talk about, Cougar Town, and it's nice to know that you like listening. Thank you for sharing that. Body illusion. Ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing what body illusion says. Sometimes the spiral gets so bad and so deep that it starts hurting my heart and can bring me to tears. Stay positive. Body illusion. I'm curious. What are some ways that okay, how do you recognize the spiral, as I assume this like karate position? How do you, and this goes for everybody. I want to know this from everybody. How do you know that you're spiraling? Like, what are some ways that you have caught yourself? Because I'm not always aware. I'm just going to be honest here. I'm not always aware that I'm spiraling into a negative thought vortex until it's kind of too late. And then it's hard to get. But if I catch it early enough, something that helps me a lot is checking in with my emotions. Because if I'm feeling fear or anger or discomfort of any sort, that is an indicator that there have been some ants going on, some negative thoughts, autonomic negative thoughts, ants. I think the S might stand for something. If the S stands for something, feel free to let me know in the chat. But I think it's autonomic negative thoughts. It's really challenging sometimes to identify that I'm doing that. For me, once I recognize that I'm doing that, meditation is my number one tool. If I just sit and meditate for 15 minutes, that helps me, and then end on gratitude. So meditate for 15 minutes and then focus on things that I'm thankful for. And I'm going to share during the eclipse I wrote down 3 things that I'm grateful for. So I'm going to share with you, since we have, some time and space to do that this evening. So if y'all want to hear, you're in the right place. I'd be curious as to hear what y'all are thankful for as well. So right now, the 2 conversation topics, we've kind of shifted from celebration to how do you recognize and deal with negative thoughts, and also what are you grateful for right now. Heather said, yes, thank you, Tara. It helps being here. Thanks, Heather. I'm so glad that you think that. That's helpful for me to know that, and I'm glad you're here. Cougar Town coming in with an emoji that I've never seen before. That's cute. It's like a little heart with a smiley face in it. Looks like a little meditating heart or something. It's got like wavelengths coming out of its head. Brian Lane, I hope everyone is having a blessed evening here. And don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you haven't done that already, please feel free to hit the like button. It helps me out. It helps us find new friends. I'm trying to find my YouTube feed right now. And so every new person that comes in here is a win because I'm tiny. I'm tiny and I'm um, trying to figure out how to reach more people. Probably going live one less day a week is not helping, but I got to start focusing on content for my channel. I was not able to, with everything going on with the move and with my tooth and everything, I was not able to create content the past few months and some other personal issues that were going on. If you've been following me for a while, you know kind of what I'm talking about, but without going into all that because it's in the past, I would like to spend some time focusing on delivering some YouTube shorts and some videos and getting back to regular content creation. So that's why I canceled the Wednesday night live stream for now. Some people like Tommy live streams twice a day, every day, and I just cannot imagine. I cannot wrap my head around that. It's that just seems like a lot. But he doesn't create normal videos either, and that's something I want to do. So everyone's different. We all create differently. Brian, I'm grateful to be here and now in the moment. Brian, that is a beautiful thing to be grateful for. I echo that, and I'm in the same boat. Cougar Town, YouTube has got some cute emojis. They sure do. You found a really cute one. Love them. Some great art. Cougar Town, I find happiness in art and what emotions they portray. It's my way of experiencing euphoria. I'm the same with music. That's awesome, Cougar Town. I think it's wonderful that you know what brings you joy like that. I think a lot of people don't know what brings them joy. And so the fact that you're aware, the self awareness and the perspective is a strength here. I love that it gives you euphoria. And with music, yeah, same with me. For me, my art is photography. I love photography. You can go to Instagram. I'm tarasmiling over there and see some of the photographs that I've taken. It's been a while since I've engaged. On Instagram. I've been taking photos this whole time, but I haven't been posting them. I have so many photos that I could share. Um, and like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were in the house, Cougar Town, when I said I'm thinking about creating some artwork for this wall behind me, like blowing up a photo of mine or a couple photos, because that makes me happy. Cougar Town, do you make art? Do you like looking at art? What kind of art lights you up? Do you just love all art? Like what's your medium or plural mediums if you're a multi-passionate artist or enjoy looking at other people's art? And the music too. The music, um, Goosebump 801 in the house. Hey, Goosebump. Music for me is a non-negotiable. It's like breathing sometimes. It's what gets me through. So, Cougar, I um, we have a lot in common. I'm really glad that you found us here. Body illusion. I'm grateful I found this community and the warmth in the chat. It is a great little group, isn't it? Uh it's been interesting. Um it's been an interesting journey to get to this point where I'm at. I've had to eh, it's just I won't go into all of it because it doesn't matter. We're here right now, but it's been quite a journey to get to this point where it's like this group of people right now, and I feel really good about it. Like I also feel really good energy coming from this group right now, and I'm so glad that each and every one of you are here. Thank you. I'll take a look at that, Tara. I love art so much. That's awesome. Custom art is amazing. I like making art in real life and digital art for games. Interesting. I have never met a digital artist for games before that I was aware of. That's something very unique, very niche. Were you into like NFTs when all that was coming out? What's your take on NFTs, Cougar Town? I've been interested in game design and such topics. Very cool. Which involves creation of art and music. Well, that's right up your alley. That's exactly what you're here or um, what you love. Winning. Cougar Town is winning. Goosebump 801. My stepmom has an enormous print over her mantle of a photo she took of her daughters when they were in high school. It's gorgeous. Aw, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I'd like to start taking more photos of people. I took an editorial photography class last this past summer and started shooting people more. When I lived in my car and was in my addiction, I shot a lot of nature, but only a small fraction of my work had people in it. And so now it's interesting to feel a shift in like I want people in my photos. So that'll be um, as time passes and I get back to things that I've been kind of estranged from, surfing, photography. Y'all, I need to get back to these things. Well, I haven't stopped photography. I just haven't been sharing my work. I have some pretty good ones that I've taken though. Brian Lane just wanted to share this. Life is like a game of balance and we fall to learn balance. I've definitely taken some whips before, figuratively and literally. Cougar Town. I'm not into NFTs, but for those who are, all power to them. I never got into them either, but I thought Cougar Town that it could be an interesting way to make sure that if you were selling art, that a buyer could know that the work was authentic. I suppose you could have counterfeit NFTs at some point, but that's why I got excited about NFTs. Do you, Cougar Town, how do you feel about selling art? Like, what do you think about putting a price tag on it? Um, do you do custom art for a cost to people, or do you do it for free? Cougar Town. I've been doing indie game development for quite some years now, and it's been my favorite thing to do. Right now, I'm learning a new game engine called Godot. I think I said that right, but I'm not sure. It could be, I think it's Godot, a new game. Wow, that is very unique, Cougar Town. And indie game development, I've never heard of that before. I would love to learn more about that and to see. I'd love to see some of your work, Cougar Town. Do you have do you have it any of your work displayed where I could see it, like on a website or on social? I know you can't type in websites here, but I'm curious. Here, I'll put my email if you're interested in sharing it. Where I could, like, if you can't figure out a way to tell me because you can't post links, then feel free to email me. I'm curious. I want to see your art. Goosebump says, yeah, it's a silhouette of them against the setting sun in mirrored poses. I'll bet that's beautiful, Goosebump. That kind of gives me goosebumps. Cougar Town, it's difficult to learn something new, but I believe I can overcome and become good at it. The fact that you believe it, Cougar Town, tells me that it can be so. It's done. As a matter of fact, that's what I think. It's done. I've never sold art before, says Cougar Town. Oh, I just got a notification. I got to put do not disturb on. My taxes were accepted. That's exciting. Did y'all do your taxes? We won't be being disturbed anymore, anyone. What is, my hair is sometimes so wild. It's got a bunch of sunscreen in it right now, so it's kind of out of control. Okay, I've never sold art before. I just do it for free for other indie game developers. I'm very self-reliant and got a good economy today. Well, that's awesome, Cougar Town. That's fantastic. I do all my art for free too. I've never sold any of my art. I've sold engineering services before as an independent contractor because I'm an engineer also, but I've never sold my photography before. I've thought about it, but I've never actually even tried to sell it. I got a code of projects I've been working on, but it's very small projects relating to game design itself. Yeah, I could share it. I would love to see it, Cougar Town. I make open source indie games by myself or with others. Cool. I like watching Bob Ross sometimes too, says Brian. I like watching him too. It's kind of meditative, eh? Brian Lane. We have a lot of positivity going on in the chat right now. Brian says you can do it, Cougar Town. You get what you believe. Tampa B Man in the house. OMG, it's you. Hey, Tampa B Man. Nice to see you here. Welcome in. I think Brian's comment is pretty profound. You get what you believe. I agree with that. Cougar Town, once someone wanted to pay me for a music contribution, but I told them they didn't have to pay me. Well, that was nice of you, Cougar Town. Goosebump. I'm listening while working into TurboTax. Yeah, Goosebump doing the taxes today too. Hey, I'm happy to get them done a week early. That's earlier than I normally have gotten them done in the past. Tampa B Man says I'm an artist, a painter. Okay, Tampa B Man, I'll buy something. Please show some somewhere. Tampa B Man, I am a photographer amongst many things. I'm an engineer, peer support specialist, and photographer. I wear many hats. You can see my stuff for free on Instagram if you want to look at some art. If you don't try, you'll never do it. Tampa B Man, I am multi-passionate. I think that's my biggest challenge right now is I've got like all these different hats that I have worn in the past or have thought about wearing. I own them, but I've never actually worn them out in public type of thing. Engineering being like the one that I've made my living on, both working for a company, a corporate company, and also as an independent contractor. And now I'm branching out into the peer support services realm, and that's new for me. But one thing I've never done is sold my art. I have thought about it, but I've just never branched out. But you can see it on Instagram if you're interested. It's tarasmiling on Instagram. Tampa B Man and Body Illusion know each other. That's so cute. Engineer is the coolest thing for me. I'm very good at it. Not to toot my own horn, but toot toot. I'm very, very good at engineering. And I have thought about offering peer support in conjunction with engineering. I just haven't, it's like, I don't want to do too much. You know what I mean? Goosebump. I've been working on them for a few weeks. Keep getting stuck, then trying again. What, let me go back. What are we talking about? I'm listening. Oh, the taxes. Keep getting stuck, then trying again. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. I thought it was going to take me a while, but actually, it didn't take me very long to do my taxes this year. I thought it was going to take me weeks also. Thank God it's over. Tampa B Man. I'm on Instagram and never sold anything either. Are you on Instagram as Tampa B Man? Tampa B Man? I enjoy doing a lot of things in life. It's very fulfilling. Right, Cougar Town. And I think that might be the route that I end up pursuing as well. Hard to tell from where I stand, but um, I just want to do things that I enjoy doing, and I do enjoy engineering work. I enjoy it very much. I also enjoy peer support and photography. I don't know how to combine all those things together, or if I should just market them separately or what. I think I would get now that we're talking, I'm glad we're talking about this. Thank you for bringing this up because now that I think about it, it's like I think focusing on one thing, I might get, I want to say bored with it, but I never got bored with engineering because there's always, you finish a project and then like another one comes. And that was always exciting. I liked being an independent contractor though and finding my own gigs and then negotiating, the project and completing it. Body Illusion, I'm doing well, thanks. Says she, Body Illusion says to Tampa B Man, it's like every YouTube channel I go to, you're there. I love that we have the same taste. That's so cool that y'all see each other. You're like, what's the word I'm looking for? Or the phrase? It's like two, what's that phrase? I cannot think of it right now. It's like something in the night. Two, I want to say two doves passing in the night. That is not, I know that's incorrect. I don't know what it actually is. Tampa B, my hubby is complaining about having to do taxes. So glad it's not me. Y'all, my mom and my stepdad had their taxes done a month ago, and I aspire to be more like that. And every year I'm like, I'm gonna, keep all my receipts, and and I never do. I never do. I need to do a better job at that this year, especially with business related expenses. Goosebump. What type of engineering? My son is a junior in mechanical engineering. Cool. Goosebump. I have a BSc. I have a bachelor's degree, Bachelor of Science in Engineering. It's biomedical engineering. I worked at a medical device company for several years before I quit my job to travel in 2016. And that's when I started doing photography mostly. And then I went back to engineering as an independent contractor, and then discovered peer support. And so it's been kind of like a mishmash of the three things that I mentioned, but biomedical engineering. Tampa B Man says body illusion. Then, then I know which ones. Only about 4 or 5. We all find each other. I think it's great. I love seeing the same people in different chats that I go to. It's nice to have that sense of community. And I'm gonna drop the Discord link in for y'all. I don't know if y'all do Discord, but on Thursday nights, and this is for everybody. I'm not talking to anybody in particular here. This is for everybody. On Thursday nights, we do face-to-face Discord meetings. It's free as of right now. Eventually, I think I'm going to transition and it'll be like a members only type thing. But while supplies last, for the time being, it's a free meeting and it's face to face, and it's so awesome to be able to see your faces and to hear your voices. It's a small group right now. There's usually 5 or 6 of us. A total of like 7 or 8 people kind of oscillate in and out. Some people come after the meeting just to hang out and say what's up. The actual meeting is usually about 5 people, 5 or 6 people. It's very small right now, very intimate. It's at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Thursdays, and it's free right now while supplies last. And not just any boat. Ships and not just any boat. That's funny. Body illusion in Tampa B, man. I'm so glad that you found us here. It's nice to have some people from the boat over here. Luke's in the house. Hey, Mr. Merkava. Eclipse was epic. Luke, you went to Texas, didn't you? Was it Texas that you were going to? Ah, I bet it was epic. It was, we were talking about it in the beginning. I saw from my front porch, it was a partial eclipse. I've never actually seen a full eclipse. I've been in an area where there's been a full eclipse. I was in my addiction and all I cared about was getting high at that time. So it was so nice for me to be sitting on my front porch. I just moved into this place and be sipping on my tea, and I had a view of it the whole time. It was actually really beautiful from my perspective. I want to hear about more about what your perspective was, Luke. And how long are you staying out there? Are you going home soon? Tampa Bay man. The older I get, the younger people look. Tampa Bay. I love memberships. Cool. That's good to know. I would love to do something like that. I'm not big enough right now. I'm just, trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing here on YouTube. But one day I might be able to do that. Goosebumps just joined the server. I think it threw me into a voice chat. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's my mistake. I've been doing that on these lives. Um Goosebump, did it let you so you did join the server. I've been copying the link from the stream room so that people know exactly where it is that we're going to meet. But now that you bring that up, okay, let me back up a second. I just started Discord in December. I'm like pretty new and I had no idea what it was. And then my friend gifted me her Discord server because I started this meeting and she didn't want the Discord anymore. She didn't want anything to do with it. And she was going to shut it down. And I was like, oh man, I've got like 20 people that I've got on there for the Thursday meeting. And not that there's 20 people. Like I said, there's usually only like 5 or 6 at a time, and people kind of oscillate in and out. People leave, people come in. Usually about 7 or 8 people right now. But anyways, I didn't want to have to start one and tell everybody to go over there. And so she ended up transferring ownership of the Discord to me. And I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm doing with this. I feel that way with everything. Like YouTube, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Discord, I'm trying to figure it out, but doing the best that I can, and I am enjoying it. So that's a good thing. I'm sorry, Goosebump, that it threw you into a voice chat. I know exactly what I need to do. I need to copy the link. Here, I'm going to do it right now, actually. I need to copy the link from the server. Oh, I shut it down. I'm not seeing the, oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to share this link now. If you want to join the server, click that link. That won't put you into a voice chat. We meet in the stream room. That's the link that I had posted earlier, but this will just take you straight to the server. Thanks for telling me that, Goosebump. That's really helpful. I'm actually going to update my, I have a list of links. Just updated my list of links. Thank you very much. I started years ago with, I think I've heard people call him AA Ron. I've heard Reese call him AA Ron. I'm so new to that community that I'm just trying to put the pieces together right now. And from there, narrow down my own community. I started years ago with Aaron, and from there, I narrowed down my own community. That's cool, Tampa Bay man. Heather, hey Tara, thanks for having this live and your support. I'm going to go and use some more tools. Heather, that's great news. I hope you have a good night, and feel free to let me know if there's any other way that I can support you. Luke says, spotty connection. Uh-oh. Really? Okay, that's good to know. I just closed out and went back in. All is well, says Goosebump. Luke says, sorry. It's okay, Luke. If you're having a spotty connection, I'm glad you told me. I might need to reboot or something. Tampa B man, you will be. I've got really good intuition, or really I listen to my intuition mostly. Same. I wish I knew what you will be is in response to. Tampa B man just messaged Tommy how awesome I am, that I'm live now, and to please check you out. Right on, Tampa B man. That's really thoughtful of you. Thanks for sharing that. Tampa B man, I've been telling him actually since last night. That's so sweet, Tampa B man. Thank you. So sweet. Goosebump. I was a business analyst for financial software. I know how helpful feedback can be. Yes, it is helpful. 100%. Thanks for telling me that about the Discord and also about the spotty connection. I wish there was something I could do to improve that spotty connection for y'all. It looks like my signal is okay, but perhaps that's a conversation that I need to have with my internet company. Body illusion. Tampa Bay man, super cool. Connection is fine for Goosebump. Okay, okay. Scott Lynn, gang, gang. Hey, Scott. Welcome in. Nice to see you here, friend. Did you see the eclipse today? How was it for you? Also, we've had a few different topics today. We were talking about celebrating things. We talked about things that we're thankful for. I didn't even share my list with y'all. I certainly can do that. I didn't think I would share my list that I made during the eclipse, but hey, why not? Yes, guy, I got a bookcase. Thanks for noticing. I am pretty psyched about it. I think it's um I like it. I like it a lot. Minnesota was cloudy. You? So you didn't see the eclipse, Scott, because of the clouds? Is that what you're telling us? I saw it. I'm so happy to report. I It was nice. I just moved into this place, as some of you all know, and I had a front row seat, a perfect view from my patio. So I just sat out there comfortable with my tea and my journal. I actually called my mom to say hello during the thing, and it was nice. I had glasses. I got some glasses for free at the library. Oh, it was totally overcast. That is a bummer, Scott. Ah, were you looking forward to seeing it? Did you have your glasses already? Megan in the house. Hey, Megan, Tara, and chat. Megan, it's so nice to see you. Welcome in, friend. Body illusion. Sorry you missed it. Yeah, that's a bummer. I was wondering how the weather was going to be. It was not a cloud in the sky where I'm at. Oh man. Did you watch it on TV or like anywhere, Scott? Okay. A few things I wanted to tell you about. So, I am celebrating a test that I have coming up. Maybe I shouldn't celebrate it too early. I feel like I'm ready to pass it. It's a peer support test. I'm already a certified peer support specialist, but if I pass this test on Thursday, then I will have the ability to bill Medi-Cal. I'm in California, so our Medicaid is Medi-Cal, and that's a necessary part of my growth as a peer support specialist and my ability to work for other people and start my. I'm in the middle of starting my own agency, y'all. So I need to have that credential in order to, and I don't even know if it's a credential because I already have the credential, but I need to pass that test in order to bill Medi-Cal. So that's on Thursday. Wish me, uh, I hesitate to say the L word. What do I want to say instead? Um, I don't even know what to say. What's another way to say wish me L? I'm drawing a blank here, y'all. Scott, I bought Kayla a GoPro for her birthday and gave to her a couple days early to record it. I totally missed it everywhere. Oh no. Well, Scott, I think the light could actually do damage to the GoPro. Did you have equipment or like a lens or something like that so that you could record the event? It might actually have been a blessing in disguise that saved your GoPro, but that's a bummer you didn't see it, man. Scott, but at least she can record the girls' homeschool field trips now. That's so sweet. Aw, Scott. It's so easy. You got this. Yeah, Scott's passed the test already, so he knows what's up. The the only thing that I need to brush up on, I believe, is the 5 stages of change. I know the 5 stages of change, but I cannot remember the difference in how to support someone. There's like different ways to support people that are more effective if you're in a certain stage. So, like, if you're in the pre contemplation stage, a certain way of supporting you goes further than if you're in the maintenance phase, for example. And I believe that pre contemplation and contemplation, well, I'm not going to get into all that now, but I need to brush up on that in particular. I think everything else I've pretty much got on lock. I don't want to be overconfident though, obviously, but I'm excited. Break a leg, says Goosebump. No, I'm already going to the dentist tomorrow. I would like to keep all of my legs intact, please. Man, one of the last times that I surfed, I caught a fin to my thigh. I'm lucky it didn't take out my knee. I still have like this dent in my leg from that, but I still want to get back out there. Scott, the study guide. Yes, Scott, the study guide. I We have a study guide in California. Well, it's not a study guide. It's a practice exam with 25 questions, and that's all they provide. So, but I mean, I'm getting 100 on that at this point, but it's because I've already seen all the questions is the problem. But I understand them. Some of them threw me for a loop at first because of the language. The language is super weird. All right, so I am going to tell you, as promised, what was on my gratitude list. And if y'all feel inclined or inspired to share what you're grateful for, I've been finding it helpful rather than putting things on my list to highlight the emotional state that I feel because of the person, place, thing, situation, whatever the case may be. So, 3 things that I'm grateful for as we land the plane here. Scott says, same. I mean, I literally could have maybe passed before before training. You're well entrenched in the culture. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do okay too. I've been told by like I have do y'all have peer support mentors from your program? Because I still have access to my mentor, and we do like one-on-ones sometimes, and we have like ongoing peer support training classes that I attend from time to time if it's a pertinent topic that I'm particularly interested in, which is really helpful to me. Do y'all have that? Anyways, the point of that was that my peer support mentor thinks that I'm going to pass no problem at all. So we will see. We will see. Okay. So as we land the plane and wind things down here, the three things that I am grateful for is number one on my list is the ability to feel fresh and rejuvenated. This might seem so simple to y'all, but remember, I was living in my car for 5 years, and uh, I said, ability to feel fresh and rejuvenated, showers whenever I want. That is such a basic thing that I took for granted before I lived in my car. But I remember I have, I got my journal here. I have on that shelf that shelf, some journals from when I lived in my car. And I remember I haven't read them. I haven't looked at them in a long time, like years I haven't looked at them, but I remember writing in one of them that I just wanted to be able to shower a few times a week and not worry about it. And so it feels like a real blessing to be able to say, showers whenever I want. Like I have that. So thank God. My heart seriously hurts for people who don't have that because it's really, really difficult. Although some people, at one point I was in a phase where I didn't really care about showers every day. I was and at one point I was showering at hot springs, and I like not in the hot spring, but like I would go to a commercial hot spring towards the end of my time living in the car, and that's where I would shower. I got a membership there and would soak in the hot spring and shower. But I spent a lot of time before then. Uh, I've gone way longer than I care to admit without a shower, and all I wanted was a shower. So I'm grateful. Number two on my list is beautiful surroundings. I feel abundant with everything I have and everything that's on its way. And that is the absolute truth. Everything that I need has been coming to me, and I feel so blessed. Seriously, like, oh, I didn't even tell you. I ordered the cutest dining table today, and I'm psyched about it. People, these are things that I could not have done for myself 2 years ago. I couldn't do these things for myself 2 years ago. I was living in shelters 2 years ago, homeless shelters, because I couldn't live in my car anymore because of the whole situation that happened that we're not gonna get into now. It's a story. Like, I need to make a video on that, why I started living in shelters. I lived in shelters for 2 years. So, to be able to do something as simple as buy a dining table that's just perfect for the space. It should be here. What's today, the 8th? I think it said the 11th through the 13th it'll be here. So I'm psyched. I'm really, really excited about that. What did I say? Make a video about, oh yeah, why I started living in shelters. Okay, and the third thing is thank God I am healthy mentally, spiritually, and physically. I feel better and better every day. This is why my channel is starting to shift because The beginning of my channel, when I started making content, I was very focused on my mental health recovery and I wasn't really feeling okay. It was prior to me starting ketamine treatment. And it was just like really hard. I was going through a really hard time. I just transitioned out of shelters into this transitional type of living situation where I had my own studio, I had my own bathroom, my own shower, but I had a shared kitchen and it was with a bunch of people who were still in active addiction. It was not a sober living. So it was a very difficult space to be. And I was depressed. But with my treatment, now that I'm on the proper medication regimen and I undergo ketamine treatment regularly, weekly, uh, I just feel so much better. My overall health, even though I'm dealing with this dental issue, it's like I'm dealing with it. I go to the dentist tomorrow. Thank God I have insurance today. Like I didn't even used to have insurance. So, gosh, those are three things to be grateful for if I ever thought of anything to be grateful for. And these are all things that I wanted years ago. So I'm just I know y'all feel me. Everybody in here I think is on the same wave in terms of understanding that what we do with our minds affects our lives. And I'm just so happy that my actual life is reflecting the thoughts that are in my head now, because for so long I was trying to have the thoughts when my life didn't actually match, which to me indicates that there was some underlying negative, the ants, underlying negative thoughts that were happening. And there were a lot of them. But now that I've put a lot of work into my recovery, here we are, folks. And I'm like happy as I could be. I'm truly thankful. So thanks for joining me here. Let's see what happened in the comments here. I did a round of what's KAP, Goosebump? Janet G. Hey, Janet, nice to see you from Alberta. Okay. Did you see any of the clips? Did you get the partial? I got the partial in Central Cali where I'm at. It is a great day. Yep, partial. Oh, ketamine assisted psychotherapy. Okay, interesting. Goosebump. I don't actually get psychotherapy along with my ketamine. They're independent. So I do ketamine treatment with my nurse practitioner. And then a couple of days later, I have therapy with my psychotherapist, who's a PhD level, fantastic, arguably the best therapist I've ever had. I had another pretty good one before I quit my job to travel. But I've been working with this one in particular for over a year now, and she's awesome. I would not be where I'm at without her, or my nurse practitioner, or my dentist, or you all. So thanks for showing up and sharing this eclipse day with me. I appreciate every single one of you. And Goosebump, one final question for you as we have landed the plane. We're cleaning up the aisles, getting ready to evacuate and everything here. But, well, evacuate, that sounds like a bad thing. We're getting ready to, what's the word? Not board. What's the word? To depart, not depart. What's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm talking about? When you're like getting off the plane, you're not boarding, you're Tampa B man. I got 3 ketamine treatments. Didn't really do much. That's only one thing. Going to go to the GSB soon. Are going to do the GSB. So what's GSB? I had 6 to 8 prep sessions, says Goosebump, with a specially trained psychotherapist, then a treatment session with her and an MD, then follow-up sessions with a therapist. That sounds legit, Goosebump. How did that all go for you? How are you doing to how long has it been? And are you still seeing the therapeutic benefits from it? Disembark. Disembarking? Disembark. Disembark is okay. Disembark. All right. I never hear the pilot say, time to disembark. Why not? Why don't they say that? Tampa B man, ganglion, stellate block for PTSD and pain. Okay, Tampa B man. Pain is a monster, isn't it? I also have a PTSD diagnosis, so I can relate to that. The pain, whew, oral pain is like nothing else. I hope I never have to feel it again. That's why I'm going to the dentist tomorrow. Ganglion stellate block. Ganglion stellate block. I'm going to have to look into that. GSB. Thanks for sharing that, Tampa B man. I gotta write your username. I liked writing down who I got things from, like ideas from, because then I can go back to them later and be like, oh, I read that book, or oh, I looked into this. I didn't used to do that. And then I would always wonder, who the heck told me to do that? Goosebump. It was intense, but good. I'll bet it was intense. All that professional support you got. That was 2 years ago. I forget. Okay. I still feel the effects, mostly in terms of insight and confidence. That's fantastic, Goosebump. I'm wondering when they're going to taper down my treatment because I do weekly treatments right now. I alternate between at home and in clinic. Goosebump. Oh, disembark is a ship. Okay. What is it with a plane? Goosebump. I've been thinking about going back for another round, actually. Cool. That tells me that it worked well for you. It's working really well for me. Lifeboat in the house. Hey, Lifeboat. Welcome in. Nice to see you here. Lifeboat. Maybe you know the answer to this. What is it called when you're getting off of a plane? You're not boarding the plane anymore. You're getting off of the plane. What is that called? A few people said disembark, but then said no, that's for a ship. What is it for a plane when you're exiting? That's a great book by Jammy Mustard. What what a name, Jammy Mustard. And that's got to be a pen name, right? That's not a real name. I'm not going anywhere you'll wind up remembering. And Lifeboat, I hope you have a great day too. I'm glad you came in here. 261 subs. Whoop whoop. Yes, it's a big deal, I know. Exiting, landing, okay. Deplaning, okay. Docking, deplaning, unloading. Jamie Mustard, okay, not Jammy Mustard. Did I read it wrong? Or did it did say Jammy Mustard? Okay, I was like, there's no way that's the person's name. Jamie Mustard. Leah Cooper in the house. Hey, Leah, welcome in. Nice to see you. How you been, friend? We were just getting ready to deplane. We prepared for landing. We've we've had the landing, and now we're getting ready to deplane. Okay, but how are you doing, Leah? How's your new job going, Leah? Are you liking that? I'm gonna stay on until I hear from you on that. George Carlin has this whole bit yelling about it. Deplane, boss. Deplane, boss. Deplane. Okay, deplane. Okay, so it must be deplane. Deplaning. Okay, it's I'm hearing most people say deplaning. So deplaning we will go with. The average YouTuber. Oh, Leah says I spoke at CIT today. That was weird. What's a CIT, Leah? And is this for your new job? Your new job? Scott vacating the plane. Okay, okay. The average YouTuber never breaks 100 subs or 100 views. You're way ahead of the curve. Keep it up. You have a voice. Oh, thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that very much. I'll take it all day long and I will keep showing up for every single one of you because it's fun and I enjoy it. And you all seem to enjoy it too. So, eh, eh, let's keep it going. Cougar Town, I sent you the email, Tara, regarding my projects. Yes, Cougar Town, I will be looking forward to seeing that. Thank you for sending that. Leah Cooper, this was volunteering for the county. CIT is crisis intervention training for cops and EMTs, etc. You spoke at the CIT today, the crisis intervention training. Leah, how was that? Was that for your new job? And how is the new job going? I feel like I can't deplane until Leah. I keep calling her Leah. Her name, everyone, is actually Leia. And I keep saying her name Leah. It's not Leah. Not for job. Volunteer thing this time. Oh, okay. The whole thing was for volunteer. Okay. That went right over my head. That is so exciting and amazing. Leia, I bet you did such a great job. I wouldn't expect anything different. You have such a confident presence about you, and when you speak, people listen. So I'll bet it was just amazing. Is it on camera? Did they get it on camera? I would love to see that. Leah, I'm just doing a few hours a month facilitating for NAMI as a job. Cool. That's super cool. Yeah, way to go, Leah. Eek, I don't think so. Oh, what do you mean I don't think so? I don't think so that it's amazing. I don't think so that it's exciting. I don't think so that we're deplaning. We are getting ready to deplane, everybody, just so y'all know. Aw, my oldest and first baby is named Leia. The CIT, the crisis intervention training, have people come in and talk about their experiences as a peer, sort of like the NAMI in our own voice program. Wow. That's so cool that you got to do that. They must really see a lot of value in your presence on the team. I wish it was taped. Oh, eek, I don't think so. I don't think it was recorded. Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't think so. It's hard for me to remember sometimes what I asked and then people's responses, but you don't think it was recorded. I would love to see you speak. Anyway, don't let me hold you up. You're not holding me up, Leia. I had landed the plane, but now we're just sitting, chilling, talking. Everybody is some people have already left the plane because that's funny. I always talk about landing the plane and then Tommy has the lifeboat. But um No, you're not holding me up whatsoever. I really wanted to hear what was going on with you. Yeah, the lag with chats is always funny. Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting world, this whole YouTube thing, but I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. So, it has been a pleasure speaking with you as always. Leah, oh, you know what? Before I actually end this thing, I want to put in a link, a couple links actually. I want to put in a link to the Discord. We have a Thursday night meeting. It's a face to face meeting every single Thursday night at 6 o'clock Pacific time. It's super fun. It's a small group of us right now. Eventually, it's going to go to a members only model, but right now, while supplies last, it is free for y'all. And it's so much fun to get to see you all face to face. I get to see your beautiful faces. You get to see mine. I hear your voices. I love it. I love live streaming too, but the Discord meeting is super special to me, and I would love to see you there on Thursday at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then Leia and everybody, if you would like to keep in touch, or if you want to work with me one on one, I am running. So this is my email address that I'm pointing to the screen, like you can see it. That's my email address. You can reach me there. I'm also doing one on ones. I've got an introductory special going on since I'm just getting this thing up and running. $15 for half an hour. So typically my rate is $1 per minute, but I'm trying to fill my schedule up with y'all. So if you know somebody that would benefit from peer support, somebody who is relatively high functioning in their recovery and needs someone to help them gain some confidence in their ability to self-advocate and navigate exactly what their desires are for their life and use their own guidance system to get there, and would benefit from somebody supporting them through that process and asking them the right questions and being present while they go through their process. That's me. So I'm doing, like I said, an intro offer, 30 minutes for $15. I can't believe it, but I'm psyched about it while supplies last, folks. So with that, email me at that email address. I would be happy to see you. Yeah, one-on-one. Yes, Tampa Beam Man, one-on-one. Take care. Chat says goosebumps or goosebump, just one goosebump, not multiple goosebumps. I'll take 3 hours, please. Tampa Bay Man, if you want to book 3 hours with me, I'll do 3 hours with you. Absolutely. Or we could do, single sessions a few weeks in a row. If that would make it easier to digest. But I'm totally open working with you for 3 hours, 100%. Thanks for the stream, Tara, says Cougar Town. You are so very welcome. So with that, it has been a pleasure speaking with you as always. I love you all so very, very much. Psyched on the eclipse today. I'm sorry, Scott, that you didn't see it. But I do hope to talk to y'all soon.